The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. All right, tablet and pen time. If you don't know me, you're going to get to know me. I build relationships, I hold hands, and I build millionaires and billionaires. But it's going to be up to you. Tablet and pen, write down today's date. By the way, my name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. I got 2.6 billion at 26. I'm going to show you how I did it. You ready to play? I'm going to cut to the chase. We're going to have some fun today. As we play, remember, this is live 6 days a week. No pictures, no recording. You got to put it here. It's got to be habit forming, and that's the way it works. Next thing from there, we're going to talk about goodies. Now, I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and yachts, and I got all those things too. But you don't do it till you get to 5 million, okay? Because you don't have the money yet. You will by the time I'm done with you. Bottom line, guess what we get to do? Hear a little story about me. Kind of sucks. Born in a taxi, used and abused as a kid. I didn't want to live in hell, so I got out of that. So let's pay attention. My journey was pretty simple. All right, born in a taxi and waited to go to the hospital. She didn't want me. She threw me away. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. She used and abused me too. Now understand something. I wanted out of it so bad, I got to do a couple things. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I memorized every word I could. I bugged all the grown-ups. What's this word? What's this word? Sad they didn't realize that. I found out later on I have total recall, almost in everything. I got an IQ of 203. And you know what? I write with both hands and talk at the same time too. They said in the 6th grade I was retarded. I think they were just stupid. What do you think? Let's play. Look behind that curtain every day. You hear the word no and you put up with it. What's wrong with you? When they say no, that means they don't know how, and you put up with that with your life. You see, you got a choice today. Can you get out your personal credit cards in your wallet, please, or your purse? Here's the problem. You keep jacking up your credit, dropping the score, get stuck, can't get any more, and can't write a dilly squat. I'm going to make you a certified CFO. You're going to take out your cards today. You're going to put a sticky in the back of the card. Write it down. It's a procedure. Everything I do is rules and tools and steps. Next thing, what you're going to do is write down the limit of the card. You're going to maintain 25% forever. You're never going to go past 29%. See, that's the line of defense that I drew for basically TRW that became Asperian. Line of defense. Here's 100,000. That means you got 71,000 of safety credit. Now, remember something. The Thomas Raymond Woolridge bicycle parts got information, became TRW. That report's wrong. Then they basically sold themselves to Asperian in 96. I drew this when I was training in Ken Yarborough. You see, understand something. You got to balance your debt. Every time you go past 29%, whap, your score drops. You can't get any more. So understand the way it's designed. Good, fair, or hell no. You got 2 cards that'll never drop your score ever again. Pay attention today. Harold Stokes and I wanted to put it in high schools. Why? Because we want to set up their instant credit report, give them rules and tools, and then make the same stupid mistakes you made. You want to teach the next generation not to be silly and dumb. Tablet and pen time. You see, we want to teach how the world needs to be done and not make the same mistake. Now, as we play, let's focus on this. This is chapter 18. Did you know a corporation's a legal person? Supreme Court says so. Now, I learned that at 7.5 years old. But I didn't pay attention where it said may sue or be sued. And I kind of got my butts kicked at 12.5 years old. Now let's understand what I did for me. I heard this at a poker game, listening in the corner at the rich and famous people. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird, probably true. You know what I did the next day? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. I went in and go, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a mark of his back. I read the back. Same thing you've done. You've read all the books. You pissed away money. You got stuck somewhere. You let your friends and family rip you off too. I'll bet you that. At least a couple of them. You know what I did? I sent away my money order for $10. You got $30 today? I found out when I was 9.5 years old, by the time all the going back to the library for 2 years, that a corporation costs $10 for the nonprofit. And so I sent them my $10. Secretary of State of California. Right now, they're $30. Isn't that fun? Why do people pay attorneys, CPAs, and incorporating services thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that's free besides a filing fee? Why are they wasting money being stupid? I don't know. Well, I started helping Hand Industries when I was 9.5 years old. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. It is fun. I like getting credit in the mail. I got about $53 million of credit to play with, all right, and cards, and then a couple $1 billion in the lines of credit too. Oh, we're going to have fun. I got named in the movie Dave too. Wow. 12.5 years old. I got named in a lawsuit because I used the word Braille. Scared the crap out of me. I had to master trade names and trademarks and copyrights too. Next, we need to play never to bring that pain home. Next, understand today. If you got a corporation, oh goody for you. When they sue the corp, they sue you. You're on the officers list. You're the incorporator. You're a deck and a sheep. But there's a better way to play if you want to listen to me about division process. We can get there too. Now, most people have an LLC because they were stupid enough to listen to some dumb person. LLC, don't worry, January 1st, the Treasury Department's coming looking for you. They're going to kick your assets. Now, the next thing they said when I was a little boy, put all your ducks in a row. I asked what that meant. All I got from the grown-ups is, that's about it. I thought they were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. A corp and divisions. By the way, that way you don't bring the pain home. Warning about me, simple. I'm honest and I'm blunt. I'm going to tell her like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. I build millionaires. Would you like to be next? Just let me know. So I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. Old and having fun, telling people what to do. And I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. And then you're never going to bring the pain home. Is that okay? If you do it my way, I got a foolproof program you can't even screw up. Now, I got clients that are rich and famous, like Lakers and Clippers and movie stars, and even Arnold and Dr. Lucky, too. Superman's for Gold Gym got $1 million for him in 9 months. Oh, college professor. I even help homeless people quit feeling sorry for themselves and get them into their new house and the new truck. Giovanni got him $1.6 million. Little Karen delivered pizza, and I turned her into a more corporation with divisions in real estate in Long Beach, California, within about 6 months. I got her $1.2 million in 9 months. Is that okay? So I even help people coming out of prison like Freeway Ricky, Nicky Ross, gold and platinum cards. That's fun. Now we also got Thomas, who was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months, brand new dump trucks and rebuild his life. Isn't that fun too? You want me to play with you? So understand today, the biggest thing you're lacking is your knowledge about your SSN, SS4, and the SS5. So let's play. SS5 form is how you get the SSN for a 1040 tax return. You get one, and it's we the people, and they basically look at the SSN, tax, and probate when you're dead. Then you have to look at it and compare it to the SS4. Come on, let's pay attention. Everybody says, I go tax ID, Ray. Good for you. Line 1 says legal name of entity, individual person for whom requested. That means if you pay attention, your name can be on line 1. But again, what did you do? SS5 equals SSN 1040, and SS4 is 1120, known as the tax ID. And if you're a crook and you don't file your personal tax returns, just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He went to prison for 3 years and $5 million. He listened to his stupid attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, California. Talk about stupid. They got the money. He went to prison, did the time. That sucks. So understand, you need a second chance. We get to play. Can you write down irs.gov? Can you write down 1244? See, if you paid attention today, you have the ability to learn how to play and file one tax return with you and the corporation called single filing and almost not pay tax at all. Wouldn't that be fun? Lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. You have a choice, like the United States of America Incorporated. Do you know they took 50 corporations? They call them states, then states to cities, and then they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They planned the problem and bankrupt 11 cities in front of you and stayed in business. See, you could have did the same thing, but your problem is your lack of knowledge. As long as you have no intent to do fraud. We, the people, corporations, a legal person, stop bringing the pain home. Is that okay? Now, I want you to get out a division of me. Write it down. I want to show you something. Your problem, you're doing things under you, and you're 1, and that sucks because it's a lonely number. Let's go back to that line 1 there. Legal name of entity or individual person. Let's put your name there. Let's put your corporation or division or subsidiary there. Is that okay? Let's build you a corporate millionaire. I'll build you $1 million of credit and have some fun with you. Is that okay? Now, the next thing we have to understand is based on the division of me. Here's a Lamborghini, part of the collection. Here's the keys. Payment $6,800 a month. If I can't pay it, it's in my name, they take it away. Then they report it to the credit bureaus and the creditor, and I have shitty credit. Well, that sucks. If I bought it through the corporation, they see me as the officer, then they sue me anyway, and it still sucks. What did I do? I invented division process in 85, 86. I put the Lamborghini in division. Remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guarantee that SS4 are me. Now, I have no intent to do fraud, but if something goes wrong, I'm going to do the 3-step. Can you write it down for you? I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Put that sucker over here. My corporations and all my divisions and pieces, my apartment complex, shopping centers, and everything else I'm doing in my franchise too. That's fun. Now, if I can't save this sucker, you know what I'm going to do? Within 6 months under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out and throw it away. Your problem is you allowed yourself to be one. Why did you do that? Oh, you listen to silly and dumb people. Okay, no problem. Hey, how about we put leases on buildings under division process? How about every property is a division? You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you, screw you up. The money. All the people talking about LLC, LLC, LLP, stop the crap. All the IRS cares about is how the money comes to SS4. Then you're not taxable till you're profitable. We'll talk about what type of corporation you want or you have today. I might basically set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, you have 12 acts to look at. Let's look at the Fair Lending Act. One card, unlimited up to $1 million, can become 9 more right away. Would you like 9? Would you like $1 million or 100 million? Let me know. It's going to be up to you. Mary's sweet. She's like all of you. She hired her attorney, gave him $10,000 retainer to look at the lease for the restaurant she wanted to start. Fantastic. She even gave $5,000 to the CPA. Wow. Then guess what? She's Ivy League education too, with her husband and her 2 kids, cat and a dog and fish. She used $98,000 of her personal credit. Her score went wow, from an 800 to shitty credit. Wow. She called him up. What did I do? What was the response? They're stupid. You know how many stupid attorneys and CPAs don't know what the hell they're really doing when it comes to being an entrepreneur? Mary screwed up. You see, her restaurant filed bankruptcy. She signed a 10-year lease. She guaranteed it personally. And then she had to file personal bankruptcy and lost her house. Her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. So let's understand. If Mary would have listened like I want you to do, as a CFO for a division, the restaurant would have been a division. You could have disconnected the piece and kept the other pieces. Unfortunately, you and Mary don't know how to pay attention enough. That's your fault. Sorry. I like to repackage it my way. All right, to become a certified CFO. Look at your corp if you have one today. Pretty simple to do. Secretary of State's website. Find your name. Find your address. Did you use your home address? If you did, that was kind of stupid. Now you're on the national mailing list or in the robocall list too. You're supposed to put your ducks in a row. So if they sue that corp today, they sue you. That kind of sucks. You're in line of defense. You forgot to do one. How if I do it for you instead? And I teach you how to play my way. Now let's look at a couple of assets that I obtained. How about the $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall? The $1 million Lamborghini? How about one of the $5 million mansions? How about a $1 million race boat? Isn't that fun? I obtained it. Why didn't you? You see, you got a choice. Remember, you don't buy the goodies like this until you get to $5 million. All right, then you can afford to write it all off. As you play, if you'd like to be a corporation millionaire, let me know, please. Now, understand, I'll add you to my system. I'll show you how I got that $5 million mansion part of my collection. And we get to play and ask you the question, what is your goal today? Look at how many working days you have left. You're almost out of time. I don't control time, neither do you, but you're running out of it. You see, you got a choice. 45 years helping people online or in person, having fun with people, teach them how to play. Now, understand. I'm taking 30 of my clients in my coaching package and putting them on my radio and TV show next year. I want them to tell their story. Now let's talk about flippity-dippity-doos in real estate. Now I did this. It was fun, a little bit. I had 19 houses at 17 years old. They told me I couldn't get number 20. I transferred it into the corporations divisions. I freed up my loan to value problem. But then I got tired of dealing with the contractor, the loans, the borrows, the liars, the buyers, and all the crap. The lien releases, mechanics liens, side crazy crap. They're all trying to steal my money. So what did I do? At 21, I made a decision. If I sell it, I want to be the bank. See, every time you sold a car or a house, you could have been the bank to the person you sold it to and carried a loan for 10 to 20 years, maybe 30. So it's called assignment of mortgage. Let's understand. If I take an apartment complex and I dissect it in pieces and deeds, I'm allowed to do an assignment of mortgage and become the damn bank. Wouldn't that be better to do that? What do you think? I think the assignment of mortgage makes sense, but it's up to you. So let's play. Did you know in 14 states you can get a brand new house for under $100,000? It's simple. Section 8s, all right, or get a third-party management company. Let's charge it. Let's get 3. You see, your choice is to understand what you did wrong. You never created residual income. I'm sorry, that's your biggest mistake. When I was a little kid and I started doing the money and all the things, I brought my first million in at 14 and a half. I've always been the impossible. Isn't that fun? I didn't go to high school. I was in college at 14. I didn't want to play with a bunch of idiots. I wanted to go play and go get the money. I'm driving a Lamborghini at 14 and a half. It's fun. But it wasn't mine. It belonged to the corporation and I set it up too. So understand, I started to do residual income. I figured I need $1,000 a month, then another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. So I got to the point, residual income, all right, and I haven't had a bank account for 30 years, by the way, personally. The money comes in, the money gets to pay the bills, and I just get to play and donate my time. My wife calls this my hobby. Isn't that fun? Can you write down credit, loan, and money? Come on, please. You've had money before. I'll bet you most of you pissed it away and went bye-bye. If we take and put $100,000 in a corporate bank account and learn to reference 3 times 5, it's 1.5 million now. Your corporation would have a division for franchise, a division for apartment complex, all ran by third party. You know what this gets you? Financial freedom. Would you like that? And you start to build residual income. Your biggest mistake you didn't do with you. And you know I know it because it's true. Now, if we add this, very simple, $100,000 of credit I can get you if you like. I'll add you to my dashboard of my history. And what I'll do is line you up to get to the point I pop you a card, and I'll ask for separate billing. Now, I might have to get you 2 or 3 cards. It depends how bad you screwed up your credit. Again, as we play this game. That's how it works. Now, I'd like you to think about Mr. Warren Buffett. Why? He tells the world he should pay more tax. He tells them that, but he doesn't. He owns 100+ companies. He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelry, Fruit of the Loom. See, he basically lets third-party management. He's an investor. Shouldn't you do that too? See, there's no difference between you and Warren Buffett. He's already did it, and you need to do it next. So if you want to play, let me know, and I'll teach you how to play that too. Now, I do a lot of boring businesses. You see, I had 22,000 pay phones, right, before they came with cell phones. I didn't collect the money. There was a company that did it for me. I wrote the book on basically laundromats and dry cleaning and all this other stuff, and I had my printing companies and my satellite companies and my installations and all these pieces. I didn't run the businesses. Why would I do that? So I've been playing with about 26 different type of franchises. So let's think today. If you let me rebuild you my way, and I put you in a coaching package, and if I got you 100,000, I would show you how to use 40,000 of it to get a franchise. And I don't mind to be the biggest one in the world because I don't need the biggest and the shiniest. 40,000, as long as you maintain the debt by the time you close escrow, usually is 3,000 to 10,000 a month, which you didn't do in the first place. 100,000 can create anywhere from 10 to 45,000 a month. 250, it could be 50 to 75,000 a month. So if we play this game, we get to win. See, let's understand. You never built residual income. I'm sorry. I think you gotta do this to yourself 10 times a day. Why didn't you do that? You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. So I'd like you to own the business and not run it. Is that okay? You go to these trade shows and the expos, oh, goody. You're like a friggin' deer in the headlights. What am I going to do? Let's buy an existing business. Let's get that dry cleaners. I got him 3 of them. He put 125 in escrow. As he closed, 63,000 a month. How about we get the dry cleaner? How about we go to the laundromat? See, these are necessity businesses ran by third party, 30,000 a month. Now, if you want a Wendy's, I help people get some Wendy's restaurants too, but they might want $500,000. That'll take 4 divisions and 4 of these. Is that okay if we do it my way? Because I'll actually get you to the goal, and you can have ran by a third party too. We get to play. Now, clients get gas stations. They don't run them. But again, what do you get to do? You get to own it, not run it. So I'd like you to think about like this apartment complex here. I want you to think my way. They want $3 million. They want 10% down. Fantastic. You got a loan for $23,000. Since it's an existing, even if it's in Section 8, what happens? You have an income. From there, you bought the income. Now you have $13,000 a month. Here's the problem. You think you're making money, you're rich. That's called stupid. When they slip and fall and sue you, they screw up everything you just did. But if you do understand you're not done yet, you're going to do it my way. You're going to split deed each unit. See, as a tenant, they get to slip and fall and sue you, and the liabilities on the corporation division. As an assignment of mortgage, you actually sue them, they can't sue you. And then the reality is they all want to own their unit anyway. So guess what? Now you created that to be $76,000 a month. That's how you should be thinking. Real estate, franchise, current business. I have a program for 3 months, 6 months, or this year, next year. It's very simple. It builds residual income, and I rebuild you, and I get to coach you every step of the way, so you can't screw it up. Is that okay? You don't screw it up? Because I don't like you to screw up. In the coaching packages, the goal is phone calls with me, video conferencing. All right, as we do this in private, blueprinting calls, and then from there, we're going to keep a rapid rescore to keep you up to the 750 mark of personal credit. And then once a month, I'd like you to come in person or online. We'll Zoom it if we have to, about past, present, and future. Now, I'm going to get into areas you might not be comfortable with. I'll be talking about husband, wife, kids, family, and assets, and protecting everything you're doing. So if I get in an area you don't like, just let me know. Back off on that area, okay? So as we play this game, remember something today. You need to master 3 things. Let's make it 5. Projections and business plans, limits, phone calls, daisy chaining of credit, increasing limits all the time. So what happens is there's 3 months, there's 6 months, there's a year and a half. They're all $1,000 down. See, this way it takes away all the excuses you have. Every one of you, you waste $1,000 a month on crap, and you know you do. So if you put $1,000 down, your balance is $8,000 for the 90 days, and you make your payments during that process, and I get to coach you right away. If you paid in full for the 3 months of coaching, you're stuck with me privately. What's going to happen is I'm going to hand you $100,000 of credit to the package. If you only did the $100,000, but I did the $1,000 down, I'll give you $25,000. Either way, I'm building your credit. Next, if you did this 6 months, it's a $15,000 program. $1,000 down, and what happens if you paid in full? Then what happens if you paid in full? I'm building you $250,000 in cash credit. Put $1,000 down, make your payments during the 6 months. I'll build you $50,000 in credit. Do this year and next year program, $1,000 down. The balance is divided by, in the 12 months, $25,000, $31,000 program when it's done. If you paid in full $25,000, what I'm going to do is build you $500,000 of credit. Simple to do. If you only put the $1,000 down, I'll build you $75,000. Take a picture. This is how you get to pay me, and I get to take care of you. You Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, RayRageCredit.com. That's the Zelle you deposit or the whole amount. You also bank transfer wires as well. As we play, remember, if you need to talk to a specialist or the floor manager, his name is Santos, you can call 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they will charge you 5%, because that's what they charge us. Very simple today. Look in the mirror, please. I had a problem as a kid. Being used and abused and get a mommy and a daddy and a family kind of sucks. So I learned how to do one thing for myself. I look in the mirror every morning at 2:25. All right. After I get up and say, thank you, Jesus, for another day, I look in the mirror. Then I put myself in check. I don't think you've ever put yourself in check. So let's understand something today. I'd like you to think about what happened this morning at 6:12 Pacific Standard Time. They publish a list every Monday, 6:12 Pacific Standard Time in the morning. about repos, boats, cars, houses, apartment complexes, real estate, even the government auctions as well. Probate list, divorce list, bankruptcy list. Now, also supply and vendor. So if you allow me, I'll build you up to $1 million of corporate credit, cash credit, and checkbook money. And on top of that, we'll get you supply and vendor money. When I'm done with you in a coaching program, I'm going to literally have you about a $10 million company. So this way, you can look back and go, now I did everything I should have did in the first place. Now, the biggest problem we have is you. I'll always tell you, don't think, just do, please. Now, if I can make you a money making machine, let me know. What this means is simple. If you want to start selling supply and vendor credit today, you can. I call it OPM money. That's done in Bradstreet. You can sell on Amazon and eBay as we play. Once again, don't get the goodies like this until when? You do about $5 million, okay? Because you get to write it all off too. As we play God's gift. Now, I like to prove the fact that I obtained it because most people are lazy. The other ones need to be a little crazy like me. So I'll put my name on all the assets. The RayRonesUniversity.com too. I just want to show you I obtained it. In other words, I'm not fully, you know what, most people are. Sorry to say. I think it's true. Buildings and Lamborghinis. Isn't that fun? I like goodies, don't you? Now, every time I hear some idiot say white men can't jump, that's funny. I broke the record for the highest kick and the fastest kick in 81. It looks like white men can jump. Just stupid people say we don't. I kicked out the lights that night. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. It's going to be up to you. Now, the reason I can jump so high, I think it's because of Grandpa. I did my research and found out my grandfather is Richard Bishop, who won the Olympics in 32. And they called him Coach Bishop at Roosevelt High. Wow. I kicked the door jam at 10 and then the basketball hoop. Got it? So one of my first cars was a Quintos Lamborghini. Now, I don't hear no. When you hear no, you accept it. I always say thank you, and I find another way. You got 1,000 steps to millionaire. And all you gotta do is learn to play with me. Again, draw the diagram in front of you, please. Here's a corporation with divisions. Now, your banks use corporations, the parent company owning corporations called subsidiary. They bankrupt locations and get a tax write-off when they screw up or make a decision. You allowed yourself to be one, and you became the duck and the sheep. Now, until you get to 5 million, you're going to use division process. Next, even Geico, cities, all right, even Sam's Club did this too. So you can learn to play and stop bringing the pain home and become a certified CFO and understand to become a corporate millionaire status as well. So we're going to do this and understand when I started my blueprint, I was 9.5 years old. I call it see it, believe it, go get it. So as we play today, understand you need 5 things. Remember, everything I do is rules and tools and steps. And as long as you do the steps, you get the resolution, you get the solution, you get the goodie. Isn't that fun? Stop treading water. Plain and safe. Can you write down your 5 things? You need to have a 750 score. Not care, credit, and first premier crap. You need a corporation with divisions, about 30 of them. You're going to need cash credit up to $1 million, checkbook money, supply and vendor money. Did you write it down? See, these are a must-have. Without them, you're not going to accomplish your goal. Now, draw the diagram in front of you. If you do, that corporation is going to manage divisions the way I designed it for me, for you. You'll stop bringing the pain home. You'll put your ducks in a row, and I'll repackage you my way because I think your way sucks. Sorry, I just think it's true. I brought in my first million at 14. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you? Turn these suckers up. I've incorporated 2 presidents of the United States of America Incorporated. I have rich and famous people, clients, Lakers, Clippers, and goodies too. What did you do? You took your personal credit, you jacked it up, you dropped your score, you got stuck, hell, you can't get it anymore, and you can't run a dilly squat. And then you hawked your house. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. You're not stupid. What you did was stupid. So this stuff stops. This is ridiculous. You need to understand how to build that corporation from itself as we play. Never bring the pain home. Now, you can write down today's date, project 90 working days. And I want you to understand you're going to fall down 1,000 friggin' times. You're going to win 10. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow, free up your time. Now, the last time I was in a coma was 2009. My 3 yachts in the backyard worth millions and billions. Wife wants to take a yacht out to watch the fireworks with a group of people. 2 of them were sick. I got to die the next day. It sucks. You know what? She told everybody at the office at One Technology Drive over on Spectrum, my 22,000 square foot building. He's in a coma. He's going to die. Ron went to the office with the U-Haul truck to steal my books and CDs. Tom, my IT guy, he sold my websites and my phone numbers to a damn porn site. Whenever you call the phone number, please. Yeah. If you want a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, I sold it at the Bond Adventure for $5,000 a set for 32 years every Wednesday night. You get it today for free for 99 bucks. All we want to do is cover shipping and handling. It's a Zelle. Write down RW in your Zelle, your name and address. There you go. Zelle, now. See, when you start a business and you run a business, you don't know if the people around you are going to knock you off the damn cliff, going to catch you, going to die. Remember, you had a friend and family member rip you off. What do I do every day? 2:25, I'm on my knees thanking Jesus for another day. When I was 2.5 years old, if I got up at 2:25, he couldn't get me. If I got up at 2:30, I'm a dead man. The abuser would be there. Put yourself in check. I've done it ever since that day. I basically put myself in check. Who's going to motivate me? Who's going to help me? I got nobody on planet Earth. God, me. Your problem, you got an idea. Oh, goody. You go ask your friends and family. You want them to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you and tell you how to do what you want to do. You ever notice the idiots around you tell you how to do your idea instead of encouraging you, and they haven't done diddly squat themselves? Why don't you quit clouding your direction? Would that be okay if you did it my way? See, July 4th, 2009, there's one of my yachts in my backyard. Simple. I get to die. I get to hear the tax attorney trick my office out of POA. And then the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So I got to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. All right, I've been shot twice and not 6 times. And I'm still here to help you. Is that okay if you pay attention to me? See, basically, my wife asked me to reach out to my family that threw me away as a little boy. I found out and looking in the newspapers and everything I did for my research, great-grandma from Nancy Randall. She's Randall Farms. Bishop's Yards and Knitting, my grandma. Oh, goody. Then we reached out to my mom and my daddy that threw me away. And they got a knock on the door. They put a restraining order on us. Who the hell does that to the kids they threw away? Well, they didn't me. So guess what today? I'm truly God's example for you if you pay attention. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment at a time. Got another one called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. I wrote it for men to talk to women and shut up. Women to take a course. I had to add another chapter to this for my wife and my daughter because they need to bite their tongue and live longer sometimes too. Hey, how about fighting the monster within? I got 39 books ready to go. Oh, how about bullshit doesn't pay your bills? Now fighting them through the pain. Now I believe you're stuck. And I think that sucks. Let's show you some Lamborghinis, some Duffy, some mansions, how white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. How about race boats in the backyard with my name on it too? How about helicopters? How about U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris too? Isn't that fun? See, I'm not fully. Shit. I'll get you there if you like. I call it raise rules. All right, we're going to use my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. Because it works. Is that okay with you? We're going to play. Now, credit repair, sorry to say it's a fraud. You might think someone who really has a magic wand to remove your bullshit credit. Your shitty credit is going to go, bye. No, it's not. By the way, it's federally against the law for them to collect money up front. The bottom line is you have to rebuild your credit. That's only the FTC saying that. How about the Credit Services Organization Act? What do you get to do? Google Section 611 today. Find out what you can do for yourself. Next, if you have an open collection account, negotiate the damn thing. Don't be a crook and rip off your creditor. Man up and woman up. Remember, TRW, the report's wrong, Credit Bureau, became Asperian. Thomas Raymond Woolridge, and I drew this for them years ago. Is good, fair, or hell no? There are 2 cards you get to play with, so you understand today with me. Now, first I want you to do. If you have an open collection account, negotiate the damn thing. Then I want all cards at 25, 29% rule. From there, all right, a wrapper refresh will push your score up and away. Now you have a 750. What are you going to do? You're going to learn the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And then you're going to learn to play. All right, let's give you the first 25 steps today, okay? Now, Intuit bought Credit Karma. All right, December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted a couple of times for lying through their teeth. But that's step number one. What I'd like to do for you today, not tomorrow, today. I like to obtain your credit reports and analyze them for you. I'm going to show you exactly what I need you to do, what I'm going to do for you too. Is that okay? If I call your case number in rotation on Saturday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, here's a form you never paid attention to called SS5. The SS5 got the SSN. It says name to be shown on card, full name of birth, other than above. All right, it's for the 1040 tax return. Why don't you pull out your personal wallet right now? Read it. Usually it will say don't laminate, don't carry with you. And it always says property of Social Administration, not you. But the reality is, understand that SSN was for the 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. Next, when you got your first paycheck years ago, you thought the company ripped you off until you realized one thing, and they told you the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. See, you didn't realize you're a duck and a sheep. You've been following along. Let's stop that today. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. All right, understand the 1244. All right, the single filing you get to do with the corporation and almost not pay tax anymore. There's that SS5. Why don't we compare it to the SS4, where it says on line 1, name, entity, individual person, bank and grocery store, city, you. Did you realize you could have more than one chance to try? As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. It says banking and credit purposes right there. One per entity. So your corporation should only do 4 things. It means it'll buffer tax, no tax to do to you, profitable, corporate credits or write-off, fleet price on a car, free buffet. That's all you get to do. Now, your divisions are your line of defense, the way I designed it for me. Cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability. Because you imagine you allow someone to sue you and screw you up? That'd be kind of stupid. What do you think? Separate liability. So write down divisions are your line of defense. All right, and you're going to get a corporation with $1 million. Because by the time I'm done with you, you're going to have more than that too. We're going to play my way. So understand, I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do in writing, as long as you follow through and you're part of the program, because I don't have a magic wand. I'm going to tell you what you need to do for me too. Isn't that fun? Don't violate the contract. Don't jack up cards. Do not apply and crash your wrapper rescore. If you do, I got to charge you a fee or close your case. That's on you. Now, if you have an open collection account, negotiate the damn thing. Come on. All right, you got to realize there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You have an IRS problem, they got a form for that too. You need to have rebuild you the right way. Remember, 750 is waiting for you. That means I can analyze you today, not tomorrow. I can add a wrapper refresh for you, and I can push your scores up and away, and you're usually from 90 to 300 points right away. Is that okay? Rebuild you, wrapper refresh. You go to class on Saturday, classes Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 750 score. I usually charge you $9.99, but I hand you a $1,000 card back to you. That way you reimburse yourself. When you basically on the line with me now, I discount half price, $4.99. Then I give you a $500 card. Simple. The next thing is I want you to think about what's happening right now. You're running out of time. All right? If you did a corporation or a division now, because the banks need 2 years, you have to be 2 years old to be able to get those. So you want to do your corporation now, or your divisions too. So I'd like to give you profit and non-profit at the same time. Would that be okay? I'd like you to understand there's a card, zero liability. How about we get free money from Google? How about we understand that they do up to 4 times than an average McDonald's? So let's talk about the starter package. Rebuild your credit, rapid score, articles, offices, tax ID free if you don't have them. Set up in level 1 on Wednesday and Saturday with me. All right, either one or both. $999. I'm going to hand you $5,000 back of credit. I'm going to give you 5 times your investment. If you invest $24.99, I'm going to give you $25,000 of credit. I'm going to analyze you, add history, and start popping credit right away. Would that be okay if we do it my way? So let's understand today is pretty simple. All right, discount is during this program here right now. Your goal is very simple. I want to hand you profit and non-profit corp. You'll just pay your little filing fee. There's your Zelle. Remember, Zelle. Write down RW when you Zelle. If you need to, you can call one of the specialists at the office right away. 800-254-9506. Remember that today. Now here's another problem you got. I'm sorry, you got a lot of problems. Your problem is your lack of knowledge following silly people. All right, let's rebuild you my way. You're on the national mailing list. Why? They sell that list 412 times a year. So I'd like you to call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. Maybe you got a cable bill. Maybe you have a corporation. All right, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime. Please get off the national mailing list. The phone number is right in front of you. We get to play my way. Now let's understand that's step 4. Next, we have to understand what I want you to do. I need you to plan the problem. I need you to plan the problem. You've allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work. You know you did. So what do we get to do? My way. You're stuck with me every step of the way. You're going to write down safety credit. You're putting that sticky back on that card. Limit, 25% maintained, never past 29%. I'm going to make sure you build your line of defense. All dashboards, what I designed years ago for TRD became Experian. They all say the same thing now. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we play the game my way. I'm going to teach you how to never screw up your credit again. Would that be okay if I teach you how to play that way too? So you don't jack up these cards ever again. There's no reason to. You did it because why? You were careless. You thought it was free money. You went through bad times. You have 2 cards on planet Earth that have a pay over time limit and up to $1 million limit. All right? You can max out the cards as long as you maintain a damn payment. You never fluctuate your score again. They don't fluctuate credit score at all. So now you're going to maintain your 750 from now on. You got it so far? I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. You lose your job, you might have an emergency. What do? You run out of time, you run out of money. You can't wait to go jack up your credit cards and tell the world to feel sorry for you. They feel sorry for yourself is very simple. I do 3 seconds or less. You get 3 minutes. If you needed $5,000 now, what would you do? Go ask your friends, family, the bank. You said you need it, so they tell you no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. Here's a $5,000 card. If I max it out today, it's $50 a month. They say you waste $150 a week. It's about $600 a month. So if we take a $50,000 off a corporate credit card, we need to write it all off. We can buy 2 pizza restaurants during a drive-through, all right, and a pandemic using some common sense. See, that's called residual income. White men do jump. Nixon took the gold standard out. Now understand, once again, write down raise rules. Now I want you to write down the only thing you're willing to screw up is the division. Write it down. The only thing I'm willing to screw up or have screwed up or basically get screwed up or anything in my life would be a division of a corporation. If you do your life by division base, they can't hurt the corporate you. And that's how you protect your assets. All right, have your cake, you need it too. Raise rules. Step number 7. Become a certified CFO, never be what? Bring the pain home. Your goal is simple. Remember today, there I am in a damn coma. 2009. There's the address at the time. Google it. Check out, I'm telling you the truth. I've been in 2 comas in my life. One I got to be crippled, one I got to die. Jesus said, get up on both of those. And I did. See, the reality is the devil's trying to knock you down and hold you back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. I like to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, my way. I think your way sucks. Sorry, I find it to be true. Corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. The lack of knowledge is why it makes people do stupid things. So this is pathetic. This is stupid. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Knock off your crap. You're man up. You get your butt to the church to hand you some food. You go drive an Uber, you drive an Ev, you have a garage sale. It's ridiculous. He's strong enough to go get a job. Hey, don't tell me this crap. I came out of a coma with my wife and my kids homeless. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 friggin' times. But what I did do is build a corporation that's $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. This is ridiculous. I don't know why you people stay down. What, half you friggin' lazy? All you got to learn how to do is play the game and win. But again, it's up to you. You got to play my way. You see, division's the only thing you're willing to lose. The only thing, a division gives you the buffer that it doesn't hurt the corp, it doesn't hurt your family. Without the division process, you're a sitting duck. I'm willing to lose the division, not the corp of my family. What about you? Every tax ID I get, I add it to my system as an affiliate. I'm allowed to build credit reports, Experian, China, and Equifax under tax ID. Let's get you some cash credit. Hey, let's line you up for some checkbook money. 9 divisions is $1 million, 41's $5 million. Look at your corp today if you have one, Secretary of State's website, find your name, find your address, and find out when they sue that they sue you, you're a duck and a sheep. That kind of sucks. I like to build your line of defense. Would that be okay if I do that for you too? We're going to let me do it my way. I'm going to teach you how to daisy chain credit. I invented that too, by the way. 1 card? Oh, simple. Let's get 9 more. Hell yeah. Let's get checkbook money too. So I'm going to teach you how to daisy chain credit through my coaching program. So if you need a division today of a corp, you already have a corporation. The office charges $4.99 each, or 3 for $14.97. Because we're increasing marketing and the time's running out for the year, take a picture of this. This is good today. Okay, you better be done right away. All right, I'm giving divisions away for like 99 friggin' dollars with tax IDs and history of 2,000 each. You want 18, it's not 99. All right, simple. But it's a zell now during this program. When I'm done talking, that opportunity ended. So understand, by 12:15, it goes away. Better be zell now. So if you need to, you can call the office at 800-254-9562. Not a lot of goodies. I only show my goodies, a couple goodies. I don't show them all. But we get to play my way. I like my way. I think your way sucks. So let's get you $1 million of credit cards. How about up to $5 million of checkbook money? And I teach you how to daisy chain credit. We'll build you here and get the green card for the corp times 9. And then we get the blue B of A times 9. We get the gray times 9, and then we get what? The ink times 9, and the gold times 9. Isn't that fun? Up to $5 million. And then we go after checkbook money. You see, the bank will give you up to $500,000. Usually they want financials up to $150,000. They don't. We'll figure out which one you get for the bank you have today. Unsecured line of credit. These are my 5 favorite ones, up to $5.4 million of cash credit. Is that okay if we do it my way for a while? Just give me 6 months from there, because I'll rebuild your life the right way. I'm sorry you did it wrong, but the reality is up to you. I got specialty classes on Saturday too at 8:30 in the morning. From there, we play. Now remember, I'm going to build you corporate credit because borrow money is not taxable. You're going to use that to buy your lifetime income. And that's what you didn't do in the first place, called residual income. You're going to have your cake and eat it too, and you're going to understand raise rules. Become a certified CFO, never bring the pain home. Is that okay? If I gave you a check today for $1 million, what would you do? You put in your personal account. Sorry, I'm going to say that's kind of dumb. I would have put it in a division of a corporation and basically leveraged it reference 3 and times 5, up to $15 million to pay all the bills first. They pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. Isn't that fun? So if we look at the United States of America Incorporated, 50 corps called states, states called cities, and then they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So then they can bankrupt the dead and stay in business in front of you. They did it 11 times so far. You could have did the same thing and played the game if you wanted to, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Step number 9 today. So look at bankruptcy right away. Come on, look at it. Why? Because bankruptcy says SSN or SS4. Who wants to be the duck when things screw up again? You? You like being a duck and a sheep? So today, let me add you to my credit system. I can build you up to $1 million of cash credit, as long as you go to class and not fall on your what, and you pay attention and follow through. Beat your doubt, run your race. Get out of my way while I rebuild you. Again, getting past go. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the race boats and the yachts and the Lamborghinis and the helicopters and the buildings too. Down the road, you're going to change your driver's license to a P.O. box for more privacy. At least I like to ask you to do that too. From there, look at basically your car today. What did you do? You let him switch it for 5 hours at the dealership, treating like a duck and a sheep. You got up to 9 inquiries, lost about $20,000. That's not how you buy a car. You buy a car by fleet price tax ID division. That's how you buy a car. You see, it's like when you buy a house, you don't put people on the loan, 2 people. By the way, the house should have been bought through the trust, not through you anyway. But again, if you lose the house and the car, don't worry. They'll report it to the credit bureaus or have shitty credit. They'll report it to the IRS as a 1099-C, IRS problem, and double shitty credit. Your problem is you didn't plan the problem. Every registered owner should be a division of a corporation. That's what they need to be. From there, we get to play. Every division, piece of property. Who's going to slip, fall, and cut the corners and sue and screw you up? Your paycheck is offset in what? By your house payment. Amazon didn't pay any damn tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? See, your problem is you don't know how to play. So there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He used lines of credit to buy Twitter. And he's twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum. He screwed it up in a week. The reality is X bucks the spot. The banks are pissed off at him now. You see it all over the news, but he's got a spaceship, so do the other guys. So understand, you could join the club. You could win the battle if you want to. Run your life through a corporation in conjunction. All right, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. There it is. You see, your life, you get a paycheck right now called taxable income, right? You pay the car payment, the gas, registration, insurance. See, I'd be yelling no right now if I was you, because you should have a company car. But that's up to you. Write it all off. Step 17. Why don't you go to irs.gov today and get an SS4 form? It'll say banking and credit purposes. It'll show you exactly what I just said for you. You never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to do that, and that's on you. So if we play, remember when 71 came around, Nixon took the gold standard out. That means every woman in 1971 on who had a baby had to sign the SS5 for the SSN and bond the baby up to $35 million apiece. Everything I do is rules and tools. So the bottom line is understand, it's like when you buy a house, that's good close homestead trust. You have a house not in a trust, that's called stupid. When they sue you, they screw you and take it away. Oh, when you're dead, it gets stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. From there, you fix up a problem, you hire the contractor, who hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. When they slip and fall and cut corners, they sue you and screw you up too. You see, my way, they get diddly squat. You like my way yet? You see, why don't you look up the irrevocable trust today? Basically, step 19, ready to play. Now, if you're a crook and don't do your tax returns, remember, you can't play peekaboo, the IRS making a mess. Wesley Snipes tried that. He listened to Beverly Hills attorneys and CPAs, and these idiots screwed up. They sucked his money, they took it, but then he went to prison for 3 years, fined $5 million. See, remember, your attorneys and CPAs don't have nothing about being an entrepreneur, but again, that's up to you. Just remember, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. So guess what? We're going to play by the rules. Step 20. If you want to be an OPM, that means you save up to 70%. On top of that, you don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You get escrow closed, you leverage that to $15 million, and then you basically understand the line of defense, and then basically write it off because borrow money is not taxable. By the way, that's step 21, called blackjack. Would you like to win? Let me know, please. That's fun, too. As we play, there's the Ray Reynolds University. I was proud of myself in 2009. My building was 22,000 square feet. 3 locations in other states doing up to $1 million a day. Came out of a coma, everything was gone. They stole my life. What am I supposed to do? Go home and go boo like most of you? Hell no. I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 5 closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in less than 6 friggin' weeks. What is wrong with you? You don't know how to play? I don't understand stupidity. Do you? All right? I'm going to hold your hand personally and rebuild your life. Okay? One coach, you and me. That's it. And don't worry, I won't forget anything about you. I got total recall on most things anyway. Step 22, 1,000 steps to millionaire. Now, Warren Buffett does it. Why don't you? He built residual income a long time ago. Third-party management companies. There's no difference between you and Warren Buffett, period. Your goal is let's go do it too. So understand why I picked boring businesses. If it wasn't my payphones, my laundromats I wrote the book on, or my dry cleaners, or my printing companies, my storage units, and all the other pieces too. 26 different types of franchises. If I build you corporate credit, can you take 40,000, please, put it in escrow, maintain the payment, and then turn it into what? Residual income. Usually 3 to 10,000 a month. Again, 100,000 is 10 to 45. 250 is usually about up to 75 to 100,000 a month. You're going to get third-party management to manage all these pieces for you, because the bottom line is you're supposed to run it, not own it. No, you're supposed to own it, not run it. See if you're paying attention. Residual income. So let's understand what I want to do. Put you in a coaching program. The ones that are real serious about it. Phone calls, classes the rest of this year, video conferencing. From there, rapid rescores, and in person, go to your blueprint, past, present, future, online or Zoom it. You got 5 things you need to understand: projections, limits, all right, phone calls with creditors, daisy chaining of credit, and increase in limits usually every 46 days. So you got 3 choices. You got a 3-month, 6 months, or this year and next year. They all accept 1,000 down. If you're not reserving your spot when I'm done today, right away, you missed out. I'm only putting 30. That's all I can do, 6 calls a day. So if you did 1,000 down, your balance will be 7,000. It's an $8,000 package for 90 days. If you paid in full, I'm building you 100,000 of cash credit. If you put the 1,000 down, I'm building you 25,000. If you did the 6 months, 1,000 down, you take the balance of 14,000, you divide it by the 6 months. If you paid in full 15,000, what you're going to find yourself is with 250,000 cash credit built for you. 1,000 down on this one, you get 50,000 if that's all you put down. The one for this year and next year is very simple. All right, you divide that balance into 12 payments. It's $31,000, 1,000 down. You pay in full, it's 25,000. That means basically if you did that, I would build you $500,000 of credit. But if you put the 1,000 down, you get 75,000 of credit. There you go through me. The office does not give credit to their packages. They didn't want to. They want to sell it separately. So this means if you're not Zelle your deposit right now, the bottom line is you blew it for you. And I'm almost sold out anyway. So as we play, remember, a corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Divisions are the only thing I'm willing to lose in sacrifice if I had to. I'm protecting my corporation and my family, which you should be doing since day one. As we play, remember 9 divisions is up to $1 million, 41 is up to $5 million. Today, divisions, I want to get them done as fast as possible for the 2 years that I can put in place. Today, if it was done in the next 15 minutes, you get each division for 99 bucks. You're going to pay your little filing fee. You're going to prepare it for you. Tax ID and add 2,000 of history. 18 is $9.99 today. It's a Zelle only. All right, Zelle Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, RW, what you Zelle for, put your name and your phone number there too. If it's not done, you blew it. 800-254-9506. What would you do and what are you willing to lose today? You're willing to lose family? I didn't have a family as a kid. I was too busy being used and abused. Got a wife now and 6 kids and 10 grandkids. Not willing to lose any of it. Corporation, they sue you. Division process lets everybody get a cake and eat it too, and we all get checkmate. Is that okay if we learn to play it my way? Remember, I always think your way sucks. Sorry to say. You know, I like Lamborghinis reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible? Raise rules. Making millionaires, corporations, divisions, and training people to be a certified CFO. Why not? So if you have joint credit, sorry, it's just in the way. From there, you buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, they're free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. Anybody dumb enough to pay for a corporation's dumb. All right, you need real estate division, you need franchise, current business, and our line of defense. I give bonus cash credit all the time on purpose so you can write it all off and take away your excuses. That's all I hear people have is excuses. Because believe me, if I can do it, so can you. Step 24. Now, if all you want today is a 750 score, okay, I'll analyze your credit. I'll do a rapid rescore. I'll push your score up, and away. And you go to class, not following you want. Instead of $9.99 today and a 1,000 card back, I'll do it for $4.99. And you get a $500 card back. You get to reimburse yourself. Isn't that fun? The next thing is like in the 2-year status. Banks want you to be 2 years old in a corporate division for the checkbook money. So that's why I'm trying to give as many divisions as I can today. So starter package, credit rebuild rapid score. Articles also says tax ID are free if you don't have them already. And then I'm going to put you in setup and level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. From here, if you do $999, I'm going to give you 5 times as much, 5,000. You do $24.99, I'll give you 25,000. Whatever's in your budget, you tell me. From there, we analyze, we add history, start popping credit right away. That way you get the program, you get profit and nonprofit today, you just pay a little filing fee. That opportunity for you, Zell now. From there, you can always call the office at 800-254-9506 and understand how to play my way, not yours. From there, if you got referrals, please, I'll build more credit. If you want me to sell you 10%, I'll do that too. But they must say your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. That's why I gave you my email address too. So let's understand. Banks, bankrupt locations called branch number subsidiaries. I want you to have divisions until you reach 5 million. And that's the goal. Even Sam's Club, Geico's, and cities do this. So let's understand. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Never bring the pain home. Stay safe and strong. Do your best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day. See, every one of you, you're good people. You're here. Thank you for being here. That means you tried something that didn't work. I'm sorry to say. What you needed is someone to hold your hand and answer questions all the step of the way and teach you what you didn't know. Today, you got a lot of good information. Hopefully, you wrote it down. I like to be your coach. I like to change your life to millionaire status. I've done this millions of times for 45 years. So if I give you an opportunity today before I'm done talking, it's called Zell now. If you don't get that opportunity or that price that I gave you. From there, call the office if you need to, 800-254-9506. Our goal, and my goal, is to change the world. All right, I'd like you to be part of it. So let's do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.